Hi guys, today we are going over 5 fun facts you might not know about frogs. By the way everybody, this is Evie. You have met him before. He is my White's tree frog and he, I believe, is like the blue mutation. He's got some snowflake patterning on him. He's about 3 years old and he is the most polite baby. So hi everybody. First, number 1. Frogs were the first land animals to have vocal cords. Male frogs have vocal sacs located in their throats. They are basically just sacs that fill with air that act as a megaphone that allow the frog to call over a mile away sometimes. Male frogs have pouches of skin that are located in their throats that they use to inflate. And they use these sacs to create sounds similar to how we would use a megaphone. These sounds are calls that they will use for breeding purposes. So they will inflate their throats and they will inflate their vocal sacs, and they will use their throat like a megaphone to call out for females for breeding. They also can use their vocal sacs to ward off rival males. Sometimes their calls can be heard from over a mile away. So it's really, really interesting how they can inflate their throats to make these calls. It's also really interesting that they were the first animals on land to have vocal cords. That's really, really cool. Number 2, frogs breathe through their skin. Frogs have what's called permeable skin, which basically means their skin acts less like a barrier and it's more of a way for them to ingest liquids and gases. So when they are under the water molecules can pass through their skin and it can turn into oxygen for them. So that's how they breathe underwater. They also are able to drink their water through that because it absorbs through their skin. Unfortunately, having permeable skin does have its drawbacks. That basically means that any type of pollutant in the water, or anytime, like if you have pet frogs, for example, it's really, you don't want to handle them very often because any type of lotion or hand sanitizer can go through their skin and they can ingest it. So that is the downside for these guys of having permeable skin, because any type of pollutant or anything like that, they absorb it through their skin and it goes through their bloodstream and it can be really toxic for them. So when handling, you want to make sure you wash your hands first and you wash them really well and you rinse them really well. I typically wash with Dawn dish soap before handling, and I rinse my hands very, very well before. Oh my God. As you can see, he's not handled very much, but that's because he can absorb stuff through his skin. So that's pretty cool. Frog fact number 3. Frogs use their eyeballs to eat. When a frog swallows their prey, it's usually alive, which can be pretty hard for them to eat their food because they don't chew it before they swallow it. So what they will do is they will suck their eyeballs into their skull and it will go into the roof of their mouth. It allows them to help push the food down their esophagus. It sounds kind of gross, but it's actually really interesting how they're able to use their eyeballs to help guide the food down their esophagus. Imagine having to use your eyeballs to eat. That would suck. I can't even imagine like having to like suck your eyeballs in. That's so gross. I mean, like, it's cool, but it's gross. I don't know. Anyways, that's how they eat, which is pretty interesting. Okay, everybody, I put Evie up because he was starting to get a little antsy. This is Meatball, and Meatball is a giant African bullfrog or a pixie frog, and he's going to help us with our last 2 facts. Fact number 4, frogs have teeth, which is really interesting. A lot of people think frogs do not have teeth, but they most certainly do. They have teeth along the maxillary bone. They are called maxillary teeth. And the maxillary bone is basically their upper jaw. And, oh God. The teeth are located along their upper jaw, and a reason why a lot of people don't think they have teeth is because actually they're really hard to see. So frog teeth are actually less than 1 millimeter long. They are itty bitty tiny little teeth that they have, and they don't really use it for catching prey or anything like that. It kind of just helps hold the prey still in their mouth, but they don't use it to chew or anything like that. Some frogs, like Meatball here, have what are called odontoids. And odontoids are fang-like projections that stick out of the bottom of their mouth. And I believe they can be in ones or twos. And the giant African bullfrog, or the pixie frog, has 2 fang-like projections here and here in their mouths. He doesn't really have them yet because he is still juvenile. But when they get bigger, they have, I believe they get up to 1 inch. They get pretty big. Bone spurs or odontoids that they use to fight other males and to help them with their prey. And I'll put some pictures in here so you guys can see that. However, odontoids are not considered teeth. They are bone, they are connected to their bones, and they are like fang-like projections. But still really interesting. Oh, did you see how he's sucking in his eye? That's kind of like, oh God. Caught him. That's kind of like what they do when they're eating. Okay, here is the last fun fact. Are you ready? Fun fact number 5. The frog's tongue is actually backwards in their mouths. Frogs, when they go to eat, a lot of people believe that they shoot their tongue out at their prey. It's depicted in artwork, it's depicted in movies, it's depicted in books and stories and all that, and has been for years and years. It has been believed that that is how the frog eats, that it uses its tongue as a projectile. But actually, the frog's tongue is in its mouth backwards. It is, so our tongues go from the back of our mouths out. Theirs starts at the beginning and it's folded inwards. And they have a slimy substance that allows them to help stick to their prey. So what they do when they're ready to eat is they unfold. Oh God, sorry, that scared him. What they do when they're trying to eat is they unfold their tongue. They unhinge their tongue outwards, and that can kind of be mistaken like they are shooting their tongue out, but really they are just unfolding it. Their tongues are folded backwards in their mouth, and they rapidly unfold their tongues. They have a sticky substance on their tongues that allow the prey to stick to them, and hopefully they aim correctly. He's not a very good aimer, and a lot of frogs really aren't. They kind of just shoot it out and hope. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't shake you like that. They shoot it out and hope for the best. So they hopefully land on their prey, and then they fold their tongue back in really quickly, and that's when they will hold them down with their mouths and close their eyes and suck their eyes into the roof of their mouth, and hopefully they're able to get the worm or the whatever they're eating down their esophagus. Thank you guys so much for learning about frogs with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. And if you have any of your favorite fun facts about frogs, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I'll go through them and read them, because I love these little guys so much. They are probably my favorite animal on the planet. There's always something new that I'm learning about them. So if you have any fun frog facts that you would like to put in the comments, go ahead and do that. Yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you'd like. And you can find us on Instagram at Curious Exotics, and you can find us on Facebook at Curious Exotics as well. You'll be able to find Meatball and all of his friends. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I love you so much. Thanks, bye. They also can use their vocal sacs to ward off. Oh my God. Any type of lotion, hand sanitizer, or even like scented soap. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it allows them to help push the food. My God. So it kind of looks, or it sounds kind of gross. Yeah, so that's really cool. Imagine having to use your eyeballs to eat. I mean, are you about to call? Oh my God, he's about to do it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna cut that out. What was I talking about? When they suck in their eye like that, that's how they... Meatball, really? Meatball. Meatball. Calm down. It's millennia, it's been like that. And everybody has believed that that's how the frog eats. I just rubbed dirt on my lips. Meatball. Okay. So yes, what they do is they're... Meatball, please, I'm begging you. There we go. Just sit still. Meatball. Just... Meatball. Just sit still. Meatball. Meatball. You're supposed to be a program animal. Sit still. God. Okay. Okay. Yes. Do you see yourself in there? Is that what you're tweaking about? Yeah. Why don't you just sit like that? Yeah. Good boy. Meatball. What are you doing? You're a good boy, Meatball.